The Featherweight is the new project by Richard Kolodny, and this is his feature film debut. But after looking at some of his filmography along other collaborators like Sean Price Williams, Alex Ross Perry, Laura Portress, and music videos by Japanese Breakfast, Level Up, he has very diverse and impressive experience. So watching a trailer like The Featherweight, I was pretty excited because it looked like something kind of new and creative. And yeah, new and creative is what I got. I really enjoyed the experience of this movie. It is a mockumentary. It is set in the 1960s and it is following featherweight champion Willie Pep, who is somebody that I didn't know much about, but yeah, here we are with a very interesting story about how he wants to get back into the ring despite his old age and impressive record. But Willie feels that it's his calling to go back into the ring, to prove that somebody that is a little bit older can still throw down. Mockumentary style here, it works so well for a story like this. It's been a while, but you know, I thought of movies like The Fighter or The Wrestler, and how, you know, those are movies that kind of almost go into the documentary route, but on this one they just go all in on the documentary. I think it's funny too how our characters have like a modern sensibility to them. The way they react to things that are filmed, asking, hey, is that going to make the final cut? It definitely feels like it's somebody from our modern day that are playing the parts of these people. Like, all these actors' faces have definitely seen an iPhone before. Something like that might break immersion for some people, but to me, I think it just added to the imagination of this movie. I also thought aesthetically, everything felt like its time period, and there wasn't any gimmicks with it either. Like, I thought about the movie The Bike Riders a couple months ago, how like every single scene there's like somebody chewing gum or smoking cigarettes. On this movie, characters just act more natural, and I believed it way more. The antique cars matching with like the modern looking locations. It's really cool. Like, this movie is going to pump a lot of inspiration into some people. From the outside, I think it's easy to compare this movie to The Raging Bull. And while that movie is a masterpiece, this one, I'd like to say it understands like the appeal of somebody like Martin Scorsese. Willie Pep was a larger-than-life man. He was married 3 times. In this movie, his relationship is with a woman that is way younger, and he also has his kids out of the picture, except for his son, who is addicted to some kind of drug. I think it was crack, and he's played by Keir Gilchrist, who I think does really good in this movie. Camera work too, I read a little bit about what they used, and I find it all so cool. I love the up close scenes of Willie working out, and also the points where the characters are trying to get away from the camera so that they can have a private conversation, but the cameramen can't help but to get in the middle of it. It's also funny how the cameramen act as characters sometime in this movie. They're never seen in front of the camera, but they'll still get into conflicts and have their own little subplots. There are a lot of subplots in this movie. And unfortunately, for a movie about boxing, there's not that much boxing. Obviously, it is a smaller movie. It's not going to be like Creed with all these set pieces, but I was hoping for a little bit more. This movie does kind of turn into a relationship drama. I enjoyed this downward spiral, but I was always looking forward to see him get back into the ring. And the central performance of Willie Pep has to be good. The actor James Madio totally understands that, and he is very good in the role. I enjoyed him quite a bit. He feels very controlled and studied. And also the actress Ruby Wolf as the wife, I enjoyed her a lot too. She definitely gave like a mix of seductive and also conflicted over her whole situation and what she really wants to get out of this all. Overall, very cool, innovative movie. This should be playing in way more theaters. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I would give this a 7.6. Featherweight's released by mtuckman Media, and it is playing in select theaters. Thank you for watching.